Good evening, good evening. Who doesn't want their children to be independent and successful? The truth of the matter is the traditional model of taking your children to school and them getting a degree, and then they be employees and they grow up in the corporate ladder is no longer the only option. In fact, the economic crisis, globalization, and the decrease in economic power has forced society to think out of the box. And entrepreneurship is one of the ways or one of the viable options. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ginger, the founder of Ginger the Voice. We are a communications company that seeks to give hope, courage, and enlightenment. We do this through various platforms such as speaking, singing, and hosting talk shows. And tonight we have our Dynamites who are actually packaged and are ready to tell you and inspire you of how they got to where they are. We've got Kungawa Zamxaka together with Bulungo Zamxaka. Welcome, ladies, to Ginger the Voice.
Thank you so much, Auntie Ginger. We're so excited to be here.
Absolutely. Only 3 weeks ago, you two ladies, I do know that Bulungo, you were 9 years old when you wrote your book, and Gongao, when you started with your painting and bringing forth your painting to the world so that we could see, you were only 11 years old, and that's so lovely. And 3 weeks ago, you guys had a launch. Gongao, you are launching your painting, and Bulungo, you are launching your book. How did you feel as you entered that venue and you saw a lot of people coming through to support you? How did that make you feel?
It made me feel very excited, but at the same time nervous. But I was very proud of myself.
Wow. Okay. I want to know from you, Gungao. You're a painter, something that's so great. What inspired you to start painting?
At first, I actually started drawing. I really love drawing a lot. And then after that, I tried to draw one of my paintings and it didn't go so well. So now my
Okay.
mom is like, no, don't ruin your hard work by painting. Then, like, I think a few months later, maybe 3 months later, I was just scrolling through the internet and I saw this beautiful sunflower field that I really wanted to paint. And I was like, I could do something so similar to it. So that's what I did. So that weekend we had an art project for school. So I was like to my mom, Mama, we need to go to Cafe and buy so and so and this paint because I have an art project. But actually all the colors I needed was pink, red, and white, and a little bit of brown. So now when we went there, I started stocking up. I didn't tell her I needed only those colors. I started stocking up paints. I'm like, I need this color and this color and this color. I even bought some palettes, some paintbrushes as well. And then when I got home, I took what I needed for my school. I started painting the school, and then I started. Then when I was finished, it was like 6 p.m., but it was still bright that time. So then I painted the sunflower field, and it turned out really well. So I was like, okay, this was good. This was very good, successful. So I showed my mom, and she was like, wow, that's beautiful. And since that day, I've never stopped painting because I really enjoy painting.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Bulungo, I know that you also have a book. You've written a children's story book, which is very exciting. How do you then, and I do know that you go to school as well. So how do you balance going to school and also being the author and writing books?
At the time, I was in grade 3, so I had little work, but I usually also wrote on weekends because it wasn't that busy, and that's how I wrote.
And just you guys started K and B Holdings. So you are bakers, not just authors and painters, but you are bakers. What else do you do as entrepreneurs?
We do we do video loops. We also my sister can do the rest.
Okay.
As my sister said, we do video loops. Like if you're having a wedding, then we can make your invitation, your online invitation, but like as a video. We also do we publish books for other authors. They write their books, we give it to us, we publish for them. We also we also do what's this thing? We also do photo loops, and also we usually
We help
count to
people
make
publish their books.
us
You
to
help
keep
people
accounts.
publish their books as well.
Yes.
Okay, Bulumko and Kungao, you had a launch 3 weeks ago. Okay, and I saw that at the launch you guys had for your paintings, Kungao, there was an auction where you were bidding. And Bulumko, I saw you signing there as an author, meaning that you were selling books. How much did you guys make on that day on an average?
We
On
made
an
on an
average,
average 25,000.
25,
yeah,
wow, just on one day.
Yes.
yes. Alright, on that day, we made a little bit over 25,000 rand.
Okay, so on a monthly basis, how much do you guys make? Just roughly on an average.
Maybe about 3,000, if that's painting alone. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, somewhere there, if it's painting alone. Then if it's included with books, we would make around like 7,000.
Okay. Sorry, Kungao. One of our viewers is asking that you take off your earphones because just listen properly without the earphones because the sound is so bad. I think it's the earphones. So just take off the earphones so that we can hear you properly when you speak to us.
It is better.
Okay, say something.
Is it better, Auntie Ginger?
Okay, I still think there's a bit of a crack there. You are cracking, or there's just some pause that comes through. Okay, let's go back to that question again. So you're saying to me on that one day you spent, rather, you made 25,000 rands on the launch. So what do you do with the money? When you guys make so much money at the age of 9 and at the age of 11, what do you do with the money?
We with the money, we firstly pay our expenses. We take away to get our profit margin. Then we have our salaries and our investments. And in our salaries, we actually firstly tithe, because without God we wouldn't be here. So we tithe our
Okay.
money 10%, and then after the rest, we use it how we want to do.
Okay. Gungawa, I'm going to ask Bulumgo a few questions about her book. Can I ask you, in the meantime that I'm asking Bulumgo questions, that maybe you can try moving maybe to another room or another area in the house? Because they are saying that you are cracking. Still not better. There's still some crack. So they can't hear what you're saying. And we're very interested to know how you make money. Why do you even think of opening up a business? So I'm going to be busy talking to Bulumgo whilst you go find a space where maybe you can sit comfortably and you talk. Is that okay? You don't have to log off. All you do, you just close your camera, but don't log off, and then walk to somewhere comfortable, and then we'll continue with Bulumgo. Is that fine? Okay, thank you. Bulumgo, I love this. You're an author at this age. And I do know that the books that you write are to inspire other children. So are other children actually inspired? Do you actually get feedback from your readers?
I sometimes do. The most comment that I get when I get feedback, it's usually when am I writing my next book? I want to see the next book. So that's I do get some feedback.
Okay, so now you've written in this book, I know it's a children's story, so it's got a lot of short stories, which is bedtime stories and stories that you can also read at school. So from here, what next? What kind of a book are you going to write from as your second book? What ideas do you have?
I think I make it up as I go. So I think I'm also still gonna stick with children's stories until I get older and think of more things.
Oh, wow. Okay, and when did you first realize that you love writing? You're excited about writing. How old were you and what was happening in your life at that time?
I was 9 years old and I had nothing to do, no schoolwork, it was holiday, and I decided to just write a story. So I wrote a story and then I showed my sister and she laughed in a funny way. She loved it, and then she showed our mom and then she said that she loved it also, and then she thought maybe let's write stories. Maybe because I couldn't write a long story. I was not good at that. So he said maybe just write lots of stories in one book. So that's how I
Okay.
did it.
Okay. And what is the most surprising thing that you learned as you were a first-time writer? What surprised you about being an author?
The most surprising thing is that editing never stops. It keeps on going. You edit, someone else edits, you edit, someone else edits, you edit, you edit, you edit. And then when you finally print out the book, you still see a mistake. So
And you have to take
editing
it back.
never ends. Well, we
So
can
when you,
take it back.
okay,
It
so does your
wasn't
book, yes, I'm listening.
it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't as bad as bad.
So it's the editing that surprised you, that there's so much work in it. You have to be so
Yes.
perfect and have so much attention to detail. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So as Lalitokwe is laughing and saying, edit, edit, edit. Oh Lord. She's also an author. Welcome, Lalitokwe. Since Lalitokwe is also an author, she's also a radio personality at Umshabo Wenene. So she's saying here, oh Bulungo, I'm so inspired and excited that you write for kids. I must get a copy. So you see, you already have a fan even right now because you also write for kids. So maybe you guys can take each other's contact details after the show and yeah, and chat. Kungawa, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, Auntie Gina. Can you hear me?
Okay. We can hear you, but it's still cracking. So when you speak to us, please try and speak slowly so we can hear you. I suppose it's the network, and we apologize to our viewers for the network. So what we can do to try and accommodate our viewers, when you speak, when I ask you a question, respond to me and you respond slowly so they can catch on, and also try to read your lips. Okay, is that fine?
Oh, okay. No problem.
Okay. So we are very interested in knowing what do you guys do with so much money at such a young age?
So with the money, firstly we subtract our cost from the revenue to get our profit margin. And then from the profit margin, we get our salaries, we get our pay, and also we also get the investment. So after we take, let's say, 15% out of the profit margin, that is goes to investment, and with our salary, then we tithe and then use the rest how we want. Like I bought myself a new tablet because my tablet broke, so with my money I bought a new tablet.
Okay, so you're saying that you tithe. I'm very interested to know what is this tithing all about?
Tithing is giving back to God because God's the one who gave you the money. So you need to give him back 10% of what he gave you. Only asking 10%. If you have 1,000 rand, it's only asking for 100 rand of that 1,000. The rest of the 900 is yours.
Okay. There is here a comment again. You've gained yourself another fan. Buiswamini is saying, "Me too, girls. I would like to buy your books and paintings." So after this, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people coming through. I do know that you've got a YouTube channel. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct, Auntie Ginger. Our YouTube channel name is KNB Holdings. We've only posted a few videos, but I think we're going to start posting more painting and book videos.
Okay. So have you guys do you guys still continue to do baking now during COVID-19?
Well, we can't really bake during COVID-19 because we have lost a lot of customers due to COVID. So we just put that business on hold. But once everything's back to normal, we're going to be up and running again.
Okay. So why do you have so many businesses? Why wouldn't you just be a painter and Bulungo just be an author? Kungawa, maybe you can answer this for me.
We have so many businesses because we like to do a lot of things. And my parents are like, instead of wasting money and using all our supplies in the house, why don't we bring money with those things that you're using? So we're like, it's a good idea actually. So now that's why we have a lot of businesses.
Okay, so you're saying instead of wasting money, we didn't catch that. Visunyaba is asking that, okay, people are very interested to hear specifically the point of you guys making money. Okay, they really want to hear your story. So you're still cracking, you're still cracking. So they're asking you to go to the same room. Sorry, yes, they're asking you to go to the same room as Bulungo. So just go to where Bulungo is because we can hear her. Bulungo is still there. You just froze. Bulungo, can you say something?
Is it better, Auntie?
Say something again.
Is it better, Auntie?
Okay, viewers, on my side, it sounds better, but I need to ask my viewers, please let us know if Kungao, you guys can hear Kungao properly. Say something again, Kungao.
Can you hear me, viewers?
Sure. Okay, I didn't hear that. Can you go to the same room where Bulungo is?
Okay, I'll try that.
See if that's going to work. Okay, Bulungo, are you there? Your screen is frozen. Can you hear me? Bulungo, are you there? Okay, Bulungo, we cannot hear you, but we can see you and the screen is now frozen. I think your network is failing you. I do know that it's overcast. Bulungo, Tembi Oyintandokazi wants to know. She's saying that, Bulungo, are you on Instagram? My daughter wants to know. I don't know if you can hear me, Bulungo, but they're asking if you are on Instagram. Bulungo, can you hear me? Okay, Bulungo, we cannot hear you. Please go out and come in again. Ladies and gentlemen, please, yes, please leave and come back, Bulungo, as you did before. Please bear with us. It is overcast, especially in the Gauteng area. So we will experience a bit of, turbulence when it comes to the network being stable. There she is. Now she's moving. Bulungo, can you hear me? Okay, I can see your lips moving, but I cannot hear you for some odd reason. Just unmute. Ask mommy or daddy to help you to unmute. You froze again. Yes, we can see that you can't hear the girls. I'm going to ask you to please bear with me. It is the network that is not doing us justice tonight. So they are going to, I'm going to ask them, Bulungo and Kungao, if you can hear me, please go out and then come in again. Their screens have frozen on my side as well. But these are Wonder Kids. They made 25,000 rands on their launch, where Ukungao was launching her paintings. They were bidding. It was an auction. It's wonderful to see kids starting off as entrepreneurs. So we've asked them to please come back. Thank you, Mila. You're watching. Welcome, Mila. I see saying hello. It's me, Mila. Thank you, Mila. There comes Bulungo. We are hoping that it will work out. Bulungo, can you hear us?
Yes, Auntie. Can you hear me?
Welcome. Great. Now we're waiting for Kungao to come through. Okay, Bulungo, there's a person asking here. Tembi is asking, Bulungo, are you on Instagram? My daughter wants to know. Are you on Instagram, Bulungo?
No, I'm not on Instagram.
And are you planning to be on Instagram anytime soon?
I don't know. Still have to check with my parents.
Okay, but I do know that K and B Holdings are on YouTube, and that is Kongao and Bulumko. They are on YouTube. Okay, ladies, let's just continue with our interview today. So, Kongao, I want to go back to you because we're very interested in knowing what inspired you guys. I'm going to start from scratch because I want our listeners, especially your peers, children your age, are watching today. So I want them to hear and be inspired because you guys have set such a great such a great move to say, kids, you don't have to limit yourselves. Do your best now as you are young. So, Kungawa, you were saying to me that the profit that you guys make, what do you do with the money, that so much money that you guys make?
With the profit margin, we take our salaries out of it, like we pay ourselves maybe 15% of it. Then we take the rest to investment for later. And then with our salaries, the first thing we do is tithe. Tithing is basically giving back your money to God. All he's asking for is 10%. So if you have 1,000 rand, all he's asking for is 100 rand. The rest of the
Okay.
900 rand, you can spend it however you want.
Wow. Okay, where do you invest? You're talking about investing. Where do you invest?
We we invest our
Please
money
say
in
that
Ellen.
again. You in Ellen Gray.
Yes, we use Allen Gray Investment to invest our money.
Wow. Wow. Wonder Kids right there. So how much have you made so far when it comes to with your paintings?
With my paintings, I think I've made. It's hard to give an average. Maybe a little less than 10,000 rand,
Mm.
excluding the book launch.
Excluding, wow, well done. Hey, congratulations. What would you want to say to young children who are watching you at this point? What is it that you can say? Because I know that you want to inspire others. What is it that you get girls can say about entrepreneurship to them?
We can say about entrepreneurship that it takes hard work, first of all, because hard work is very important. When we used to bake, we used to sleep very late at night baking, and it's tiring. And it also takes patience because without patience, how are you going to get profit? And then
Mm.
I'm going to give the last one to my sister.
Okay, yes, Bulumgo.
It also needs a lot of hard work, because if you don't work hard, then your things won't work, because you must work hard and then you can get your money. So
Okay,
you need to.
how did you guys know that this is what you want to do? I do know that you do video editing, you publish books, you bake, you painters and authors. How did you know that these are the type of businesses that you want to go into?
For myself, I can talk about painting, because painting, like I said in the beginning, painting started when I actually kind of scammed my mom into getting me those paintings, and I apologize for that still to this day. And then when I saw myself painting, and I was just like, wow, I can do this. I'm like, wow, me, I can paint. Okay, I see you. So then after that day, I was just like, nah, I'm going to paint. I am going to paint a lot. And also for baking, our mom used to bake with us a lot, especially in our old house, like a lot.
Okay,
So I guess that was just like kind of implanted into us,
okay.
but we love baking.
Okay, what I want to understand as well from you, Miss Painter, Gungao, do you think that the government should actually pour in money into artists?
I actually do, because
Why?
even on TikTok, when I'm on TikTok, I see so many great artists that are better than me, but they don't get funding to actually do what they love. And even here in South Africa, I know there's a lot of artists. Even one of my actually two of my friends are artists just like
Okay.
me, and they
Mhm.
are the ones who kind of were also part of the inspiration to paint and become an artist. So I want to see them one day with me. We'll be there at the gala.
Okay. All right. And I wanted to ask you, okay, there's a viewer who's asking, okay, she's asking you what makes you angry and what makes you happy. I don't know how that's got to do with entrepreneurship, but I guess want to know you people as human beings. So what makes you angry and what makes you happy?
Is this a question for me or my sister?
They saying that Kungao, what makes you angry and what makes you happy?
For me, what makes me angry is fake friends, because I have had an experience of fake friends and it's not pretty. So
Mm.
if you don't want to be my friend, continue being mean to me. It's okay. At least I know where you stand in my life. I'll let the haters be haters. I don't want
Wow.
people to like me because now I've got money. I want people to like me for me. And I love food. I love my family, but I love food.
Okay.
For my birthday, if you give me food, it's the best birthday gift you can ever give me.
Okay. So in your Balunga, I want to understand from you as the author. In your salary, what did you do with your money?
I bought a new tablet for myself.
And what are you doing with the tablet? Was it a need or a want?
It was a want.
Okay,
I
so you
got
guys,
it for school. I got it
okay.
for school, and then now I'm even using it now.
Please repeat what you're saying. We couldn't hear that. Now I can
I
hear you.
said I got it for school, but I'm even using it now, and I also use it at home.
Okay. You said to me that you only write on weekends. So when you're not writing Bulungu, what is it that you're doing?
I am usually, sometimes I bake, or if I'm not baking, I'm either doing my schoolwork or I am watching TikTok or Netflix.
How do you guys market your business? Hey, Gungao, maybe you can answer this question. How do you guys market your business?
I use every social media platform that I'm on: WhatsApp, YouTube. I haven't started TikTok, but I even asked my parents to help me with Facebook. Like, and also we make like posters. We even advertise this interview here. We advertise through posters, through pictures. It's a lot. We do a lot. Like, we do the most when we're trying to advertise our business, because my mom always told me, without clientele, there's no business. And also, Kungao also made a video loop to advertise our business. Yes, that's actually right.
Okay. And there's a publisher. So your K&B Holdings also under that name as publishers.
Yes, that's true.
So as publishers, what kind of books do you publish?
We publish children's stories. Actually, we can publish any stories. It's just I write children's stories, but we can publish any stories.
Okay. All right. I think there's another question for you. I've got questions that people have been sending through to me via the phone. So I'm going to read them. There's a lady here called Mamelo. She's asking, what do you think makes a good story? And that's for you, Bulungo. What do you think makes a good story?
I think anything that comes from your heart makes a good story. Absolutely anything, but you need to know some things, it mustn't be boring. Because I have made some boring stories, but I put away with them because of my mom's help. But anything that's a good story and comes from your heart.
How do you know it's a boring story?
Mine that I did was very obvious. It is. You can see
Okay.
there's something that's not right.
So you want the adventure and suspense so that people don't think that you don't want it predictable.
Yes, auntie.
Okay. Ntombesizo Lutwe is saying, hi, Bulunga and Kungao. We, as the Lutwe brothers, are inspired by your hard work. Big ups to you. Okay, so your fans are coming through. Can you tell us, where can people get hold of you? If after the show now they want to speak to you, where can they get hold of you?
They can either call me or WhatsApp me on my phone number, which is 063
Mm-hmm.
531
Mm-hmm.
2187.
Besides YouTube, are you guys on any other social media platform?
You can also email us on kungawozamxhaka9@gmail.com or kungawozamxhaka@yahoo.com.
Okay. Cindy Dryden is saying, Kungawa, where did you learn to paint?
I learned to paint from the internet because the internet is my friend. So I go search for something nice that I really want to paint. Like if I'm in the mood for painting sunflowers, I go search acrylic painting sunflowers. I see them, I'm like, okay, so you use this strategy. And if I'm not comfortable with that strategy, then I change it up a bit. Sometimes I add a few features of my own, but I get the main idea from YouTube, actually from my head. Actually I get it from my head and I'm like, I'm gonna paint this and I want it to look like this. Then I scroll to look for ideas as well. After that, I press the video or they look at the picture, and I mostly like to use my own strategy to get those paintings.
Okay. Buiswamini, who's also an editor, remember at the beginning, Bulungo, you were going on about how your book needed editing. So you continued to edit, edit, edit. That was a surprising thing about being an author that you picked up in this journey. Do you remember when you told me that?
Yes, Auntie.
Okay. So now, Buiswamini is saying, hey, Bulungo, could you please get your books translated into Isa so that you're writing bilingual. So it means that she's saying that your writing comes into two languages, not just English, but also isiXhosa. So she's saying that will contribute the development of the isiXhosa language. Would you be interested in doing that, Bulungo?
We did actually think of that, and we thought that we're gonna actually change it into more languages than Xhosa as well. We would do Xhosa. We already have English, so maybe even Afrikaans for people, and so on. And Zulu, Tonga, sorry. So that it's beneficial for everyone.
Okay.
We actually came up with that idea.
Okay. There's Mila from East London. He's asking you guys, how do you go to bed with so many stuff to do? So you bake, you paint, you write, you do video editing, you are publishers. So Mila is asking, how do you get to bed with so many stuff to do?
For me, all I can say it's by the grace of God, because yeah, I would actually ask myself that question sometimes. I'll be like, how are you sleeping when you have so much to do? Like, aren't you stressed? And then I just keep reminding myself, it's God. It's all God. Like, Jesus is the one who calms me down and puts me to bed, wakes me up in the morning.
And we still wake up enthusiastic and motivated to still do more.
Yes.
How many times a day do you guys pray?
Yeah, depends on what's happening, the events. Like today, I wrote a scholarship exam. I prayed before, when I was in the bathroom, when I got to pavilion, when I started writing, during, after. So when it's something really big, then I pray constantly. But if it's on normal daily basis, then I pray when I wake up, when I go back to sleep, and when I feel scared.
Okay, so I see that COVID-19 did hit your baking business quite hard. How are you planning to now come back and make it come back so that you can make more profit out of your baking business?
Do you know the answer to this one? Okay. So for me, I think that advertising more, so that once we are back on our feet again and COVID is gone, even if it's still here, we can still follow protocols and security protocols for safety. Then we can still, but I think it's definitely advertisement. Clientele is very important.
Olunga, when can we wait to see another book coming through?
I'm not sure, but it's coming soon. That's all I know. It's coming soon.
Okay. All right. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for coming through. And we thank the children who are watching. We're so, so sorry that the network was not stable today. But if you've got any further questions to ask, or you want them to help you, maybe mentor you, maybe tell you more of their story of how they got to where they are, we're asking you to please send them an email or watch their YouTube channel, K&B Holdings. Bulumgo, before we close, what is it that you'd like to say to the children who are watching you and who actually want to be authors?
I would say go for it. If I can do it, you can do it. And go for it. You can do it.
Wow. And with you, Kungawa, what would you say to the children watching you now who actually want to be entrepreneurs, who would want to make the money that you are making? Okay, there's Ngobi also writing. Sorry, before you answer that, Kungawa, there's Ngobi asking a question to you, Kungawa. How do your friends react that you guys are authors? Okay, Bulungo, that's for you. How do your friends react? Because now you're authors. Suddenly you're authors. How do they react? That's what Ngobi is asking.
They congratulate me, but nothing too much. Just a congratulation, and we talk about it sometimes where we just treat ourselves equal. It's like how it was
Okay, so there's
before.
nothing special.
No.
Okay, all right. I want to understand, sorry, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time, ladies?
I'll
Bulungo, you
see
can.
myself the best-selling author.
Wow. Okay. Maybe in the New York Times bestsellers. Okay. And you, Kungao?
In 10 years' time, I see myself as the best entrepreneur, influencer, and artist
Okay.
in the century. I mean, of the century.
Wow. Well done, ladies. Look, we're very excited and we're very happy to know that there are young, beautiful ladies who are focused, who want to make it in life. So you balance your academics and you also go into the entrepreneurship side of things because that's what we need in today's society to make it. So, Kungao, what are your last words to say to all the people who are watching you tonight? What do you want to say to inspire them as a painter, as an entrepreneur?
I want to say that no matter how hard it seems, like me, I never saw myself as a painter. Like honestly,
Okay.
I didn't. So even if it seems impossible, if you even tried once and you're just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. It's the best thing that's happened to my life. Don't hesitate. Go for it right away. Because tomorrow is
Mhm.
not promised to everyone.
Wow. Beautiful words said by a young lady. And I know that you're turning 12 this year,
I'm turning 13 this year.
13 this year. Oh, so you're going to be a teenager. This is so beautiful. You're going to be a teenager who earns so much, a teenager who's done so much. You know, I heard your mom once saying that at 18 years old, you guys are working towards buying your own property. How true is that?
That's 100% true.
And how are you
That's
doing it?
100% true.
How are you doing it to reach that goal?
We're continuing our business. Investment is also helping. So investment, we have like I think 18,000 rand right now that we've made from our business for investments. And yeah, so I'm excited to get my own house.
Okay. And with you, Bulungo?
I feel the exact same way.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for the children who've watched. I hope that you are inspired, little kids. These are your peers. These are people who are like you. And as Bulungu had said before, that if they can do it, so can you do it. So sit down and think, what is it that you can sell? What is it that you can market and sell? Don't just wait until you're older. You can do it even now. Thank you so much, Bungao. Thank you so much, Bulungo. We hope that you will reach your goals. And we are excited, Bulungo, to see more of your books that you will write. And also you, Gungao, we are very excited to know that you're a painter and we hope to see more of your paintings. So where can we get your paintings and where can we get your book?
For paintings, you can contact me on the same number, 063 531 2187. Should I repeat
Okay.
it?
Yes, please.
063 531 2187. You can contact me there on WhatsApp, or you can email me at kungawozamkaka9@gmail.com or kungawozamkaka@yahoo.com.
Okay. Bulumka, where can people get your books? How can they contact you so that you can sell them your book?
You can also contact her number, but my number is 065 611 2001.
Okay. And Kayla is here saying goodbye. I think Kayla is your friend, if I'm not mistaken. Kayla is saying goodbye, Gongawo. See you. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in, little children. Let's do this. Entrepreneurship is the way to go. If Bulumgan Gongawo can do it, so can you. This is Ginger, the founder of Ginger the Voice, and we're a communications company that seeks to give hope, courage, and enlightenment. We do this through various platforms such as speaking, singing, and hosting talk shows such as this. Today, we had this Dynamite come talk to us about making money, and we're so happy to know that if they can do it, so can you. So good night, and God bless you.